Chosen One, the 7 spiritual laws of karma that can transform your life. You're about to uncover principles that reach beyond the ordinary, laws that have the power to renew the way you live and see the world. These are not just teachings, they are spiritual keys capable of opening the doors to deep, lasting transformation, starting from within. If this message found you, it's because your path is ready for a new beginning. A chapter where awareness, purpose, and aligned action walk hand in hand to unlock what once seemed unreachable. Welcome to Divine Calling, where we remain watchful of the signs and divine paths revealed to those who carry a sacred mission from birth. Drop a comment below. My life is open to this transformation. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you won't miss the divine messages prepared for those destined to walk with purpose. First law, the law of giving. What you offer returns multiplied. Have you ever noticed how the smallest acts can spark the greatest changes? A smile, a word of encouragement, simply listening. These may seem small, but they carry a weight the eyes can't measure, only the soul can feel. Many believe giving is only about money, but the truth is, your time, your compassion, your patience, these are gifts far more valuable than any material offering. A single word spoken at the right time can soothe a soul in crisis. A heartfelt embrace can heal a day filled with pain. This is the hidden logic of spiritual life. What flows from you with sincerity returns to you with power. And it doesn't return the same. It comes back better. It returns as peace, as meaningful connections, as a sense of renewed purpose. But here's the key. It only works when it flows from the heart. If your giving comes with expectation, the flow is interrupted. True giving doesn't demand, it moves freely. And those who live by this flow live lightly. Sometimes the smallest act done with love echoes longer than we imagine. And the return, it arrives like an abundant harvest from a seed you didn't even realize you had planted. Second law, the law of the present moment. Now is all you have. There's no better place to be than the moment you're in. The past is gone. Tomorrow hasn't arrived. Only this moment is alive and real. How often do we get stuck in what once was, trying to fix what cannot be undone, or anxious about a future that may never even come? And in between what was and what might be, life slips through our fingers. To be present is more than being awake. It's being aware. It's feeling your breath, listening without rushing, sensing what's around you. When you truly connect with the now, distractions lose their power and peace becomes possible. The change you long for begins in this moment. Forgiveness, courage, a new way of thinking, they're born from choices made now. You can dream big, but only those who take action today turn faith into something real. This is deeply spiritual. As written in the Gospel of Matthew chapter 6, verse 34. Therefore do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. Dream with hope, but move with purpose. Starting now. Third law, the law of change. Nothing changes until you do. If everything stays the same, maybe it's not the world that needs to shift. Maybe it's you. Patterns only break when someone dares to change the script. And no one can make that choice for you. Yes, you are the author of your story. You decide whether to keep repeating the same chapter or begin writing a new one. You can't expect a miracle if you're living the same way. Renewal requires motion. Change doesn't start with huge steps, but with an honest look within. The first step is awareness. This no longer makes sense. Then comes the true desire to grow. And finally, the most important part, action. Wanting is not enough. You must rise and take the step, even if it's small. These 3 stages, seeing, desiring, doing, are like keys unlocking doors that felt sealed for years. And when the path feels hard, remember this truth from Proverbs chapter 24, verse 16. For though the righteous fall 7 times, they rise again. You are allowed to stumble, but chosen ones rise. 4th law, the law of patience and reward. Strong roots take time. The most meaningful achievements aren't built overnight. What's solid takes time, care, and perseverance. There's sacred beauty in the silent process, in the effort that no one sees, but that holds everything together when the time is right. Think of the Chinese bamboo. For years it barely appears above ground, but underground it's building a root system strong enough to support explosive growth later. That's how it is with those who trust in divine timing. Real patience isn't passive. It's the art of staying consistent, even when there's no visible result. It's believing that the unseen work matters, that every small step is preparing you for something greater. Avoid comparison. Everyone has their own timing, their own road, their own lessons. What blooms fast often fades. What grows slowly tends to endure. As it's written in Galatians chapter 6, verse 9, "And let us not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." There's a right time for every harvest. The secret is simple. Never stop planting. Even without applause, the process continues. Trust, your time will come. 5th law, the law of purpose and inspiration. Live with meaning and leave a mark. There's a quiet power in living intentionally. When your actions are guided by truth and values, even the smallest gestures gain weight. It's not about fame, applause, or attention. It's about authenticity, presence, and integrity. A kind word spoken at the right moment, a look that offers comfort, a hug that lingers. Simple actions like these can reach deep places. When someone lives with empathy, they radiate light without even trying. And that light, subtle as it may be, travels further than logic can explain. Inspiration doesn't require a spotlight. It's born from everyday choices. When you act with compassion, you plant hope. And that kind of presence changes everything. To live with purpose is to align what you believe with what you do. It means walking in truth, not just speaking it. As it is written in the Gospel of Matthew chapter 5, verse 16, "Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father who is in heaven." A willing heart can shift the atmosphere. One sincere act can revive the faith of someone who's almost given up. When you live with meaning, you become a silent lighthouse to others. 6th law, the law of responsibility. You are the creator of your own reality. There's a turning point in every journey. The moment you realize that nothing will change if all you do is blame. Taking responsibility doesn't mean taking guilt. It means reclaiming your authority to shape your life. Everything we live, whether we're aware or not, carries traces of past decisions, things we tolerated or paths we ignored. And when this realization dawns, a different kind of freedom is born. Complaining may feel easy, but it doesn't move you forward. Owning your choices does. Being responsible means understanding that every reaction today is building tomorrow. Those who stop outsourcing their pain discover they already hold the tools for change. The Bible affirms this truth in the book of Galatians chapter 6, verse 7. "Whatever a man sows, that shall he also reap." When you decide to stop repeating old patterns and start making choices aligned with your inner truth, everything shifts. True freedom begins when you stop reacting on autopilot and start responding with intention. 7th law, the law of intention. Everything begins with the energy you carry. Not everything done with effort produces results. What truly shapes outcomes isn't just the visible action, it is the force behind it, the source, the silent motive. Intention is like a frequency that comes before any act. Even without words, it speaks, it guides. Every decision carries a purpose, conscious or not, and that purpose determines its power and impact. You can speak of love, but act from fear. You can help someone while secretly seeking praise. But when your heart is pure, even the most impossible doors begin to open. The scriptures make this clear in the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 2. All the ways of a man are clean in his own eyes, but the Lord weighs the spirits. In other words, it's not just what you do, it's why you do it. The direction your life takes often begins in that invisible space where thoughts are born. When your inner world is clean, your actions carry power. The outer always reflects the inner. The fruit always reveals the seed. When your motivation is true, even the unseen starts working in your favor. These 7 laws are not distant theories. They're living truths, ready to be activated in the smallest decisions you make. Each one holds a key. And even if you only open one door right now, that's enough to change the course of your journey. Real transformation doesn't happen from the outside in. It begins with consciousness and with honest, consistent choices. Some messages don't pass through the mind, they go straight to the soul. If something resonated deep within you, it's because the answer was already there. Write in the comments, I recognize the sign. Like this video, subscribe to Divine Calling, and keep walking with us. This journey is just beginning, and remember, you never know who needs to hear this message today. See you in the next video.